Woman gives birth to the oldest child in the world. Not all families are given the blessing of having their own child. Whether it's due to a medical reason or other more personal ones, some people may dream day and night about having children, only for that dream to be crushed. In previous times, the woman would have to go through many horrible treatments to try and make her conceive, but with the new technological advancements, there are options that didn't exist before. And for Tin and Ben Gibson, their daughter was born after a difficult period and gained worldwide recognition after her birth. Tina and Ben had been a loving couple for many years, falling in love at first sight and tying the ribbon not too long after. But through their chipper and happy moods, they had a small fear, which was growing larger every passing day. The Gibsons tried to have a baby for almost 5 years, but despite being a young and athletic couple, they were unable to succeed and soon had to face the fact that they might never be able to conceive naturally. At first, Tina was heartbroken that she would never be able to experience the journey of being pregnant. Knowing that new life was growing inside of you was a feeling only pregnant mothers would be able to enjoy, and she would now never be able to feel that joy, or so she thought. With the support of Ben and her mother, Tina started getting in touch with a few agencies for adoption. But even through the process, Tina was unable to feel any excitement, and she knew that the feeling would remain even after taking care of the child. So one day she knelt down and prayed to God to grant her a solution and a path she could take to get rid of the despair she felt. That was when something magical happened. The very next evening, Tina's mother was watching some local ads and came across a concept called embryo transfer, where a living embryo would be transferred to another woman who would give birth to the child. Seeing the ad, the woman immediately contacted her daughter, the call forever changing the Gibsons' lives and allowing Tina a chance to live her dream. The only problem was that in the year 2017, there were around 80,000 babies born, and only 1.7% of them were conceived with the help of assisted reproductive technology. Even then, only 5% of those were done through embryo transfer, and there were many chances that the baby might not survive till birth. After a lot of discussions and research, the family decided to move forward with the plan, and Tina got in touch with the National Embryo Donation Center (NEDC), where she was presented with at least 200 to 300 profiles to go through. Tina wasted no time and immediately started looking through the files like an excited child, the heartfelt smile being the first one she had in years, which just caused Ben to become even more determined to go through the procedure. The two didn't care what the baby would look like, and their main priority was that the child would be happy and healthy, so they chose a profile that resonated with them and made them just feel that this one would be perfect. After their selection, they had to wait a while for the procedures to be completed, but Tina was extremely excited when the big day finally arrived, though it wouldn't be an easy process. The doctors would first have to plant a donor's egg inside her and then artificially inseminate her, and though Ben believed that the process would go smoothly, Tina still had her doubts due to her previous issues with conceiving, but she could do nothing but pray that everything would be fine. And her prayers were soon answered, and the progress could be seen by the excited couple every day. 9 months flew by, and as the baby was about to come into the world, the couple received a shocking piece of news. The egg planted inside Tina was about 24 years old. Tina was shocked to find out that the egg she had chosen was among the oldest eggs ever frozen, but there was more to come. The media soon caught a whiff of the news and were excited about it as well. After all, this was another step for technology, as this was the oldest egg to ever come to life. Little Emma was now the focus of the world, despite being hardly a few days old, and held a place in the world records. But the Gibsons didn't mind the fame. Their only focus was on their daughter, and they finally felt their family was complete. Well, almost. Ben had always dreamed of having a larger family, and Tina wasn't about to say no. The couple went to a more traditional route this time and looked to adopt a baby, but Tina was unable to feel a special bond with any of the kids, not like she had with Emma. She felt horrible for feeling like that, but Ben reassured her that God probably had other plans for them, and he certainly did. Tina was once again contacted by the National Embryo Donation Center, and she was all up for going through the procedure again now that she knew she could do it. The couple went through all the formalities and chose their new child, but there was something different about this egg as well. Till now, Emma would hold the record of being the oldest frozen embryo born, But her little sister would soon steal that title from her. Tina's new child was going to be 28 years old, about 3.5 years older than her sister. October 6, 2020 was the year that Emma was born, and she weighed only 6 pounds and 13 ounces. But her small package became a large light for the couple during the pandemic. What is rather amusing is the fact that Emma and Molly are both genetically siblings, having been donated by the donor at the same time, so you could say that they were actually the same age. But despite the fame these two children received, it will most likely be brief. An interview conducted with 𝐯𝐢𝐤𝐞, director of IVF Research and Development at New Hope Fertility Center, also revealed that the companies do not need to report the age of the embryo when they give it for implantation, so there is a good chance that there could be an older frozen embryo walking around. Even if there isn't yet, after the story, more families decided to opt for embryo transfer rather than adoption, so there might be a new record holder soon. However, there are still many children who are abandoned on the streets every day, or have lost their parents, and they deserve a fair chance at life as well. For this reason, couples are often encouraged to go through an embryo transfer and then adopt a baby a few years down the line. But for now, the Gibson family are content with their wonderful daughters, and we hope that all adopted children would grow happy and healthy like those two little girls, despite their differences.